A lot of students, they tell me, McMahon, I hate English, I hate writing. And of course you do. 90% of my students have huge grammar deficits. And when you take a writing class, when you take a college composition class, there's something implicit about having your paper graded with all these marks, and the instructor is highlighting all of your grammatical and punctual errors with red ink, and he's showing that your paper is just larded with mistake after mistake after mistake, and your professor has all this literacy just exuding from his pores. You feel like you're in a health club and you weigh 600 pounds and your professor's this ripped bodybuilder shaming you in front of all the other gym members. It's horrible. And so even if the professor's not being mean explicitly, there's something intrinsically humiliating about having your personal expression, your writing being judged with red ink. You know you've gone to high school and elementary school and you never learned literacy or grammar. And now in the community college or the university, wherever you're taking your English composition class, you're getting your paper back and you're looking at it. And even though the instructor's trying to be nice, there is this implicit scolding going on. And you feel like you're a character out of Nathaniel Hawthorne's Puritan America, and you're walking up the scaffold, and your character is going to be excoriated for public admonishment. And it's absolutely a nightmare. I'm talking about even professors who are trying to be nice. The very fact that they're correcting your paper, there seems to be a message like, you're stupid, you're lazy, look how behind you are. How in the hell did you get like this? What are you, in kindergarten? And I know professors don't say that. I know I don't say that, but I will tell you, after 30 years of teaching, many students feel shattered. They feel emotionally broken by this sense of shaming. And it's got to stop, because all it does, this sense of shaming in the classroom, is it makes students feel learned helplessness, or they might feel a sense of apathy, or they might feel anger, or they might feel all of the above. And there's got to be something done. At the very least, a composition instructor should talk about this dynamic that goes on in the classroom, even unwittingly, even implicitly. And so what I want you to know is that you should not look at this as personal humiliation. What you got to do is realize that if you've never developed literacy skills, then learning English in a college classroom, even if you're a native speaker, is like learning English for the first time. And I would use the analogy of having never played guitar or piano, and you're going to take guitar and piano lessons, and you don't know anything about the musical notes, arpeggios, syncopation, scales, chords. You're completely lost, but you're not dumb. You know what you are? You're just a fish out of water. Anytime you're a fish out of water, you're in a new environment, and you have to adapt to that environment. And adapting to that new environment is very stressful, and it's very anxiety producing. That's the nature of the game. The second thing I'd want to tell you is that we all learn differently. When I was a college freshman, I took a freshman composition class. The instructor gave us a sample essay to write. He put on my essay, "You're not ready. You need to go down a notch or two." So I went down to the next level. Back in the day, this is 1979, it was called Bonehead English. That's what we called it. You couldn't call it that now. I remember that class was full. I couldn't take Bonehead. I had to take pre-Bonehead English. And I remember the teacher was very nice, but I really had a difficult time understanding his grammar lessons. And eventually, I bought my own grammar book, just a small handbook, and I just read it myself for 20 minutes a night until I understood grammar, until I was confident that I understood grammar. Never once did I feel stupid or humiliated. I was smart enough to know that I was essentially a fish out of water. I was in a new environment, and I either had to adapt to the land or die. and I decided to live. Now, I didn't even know I was going to be a college English instructor. That's just how it played out. But I want you to look at it that way. I know the scolding is implicit and it can be harsh, but I think you can follow the same footsteps I did and you'll be better off. Until next time, I am out.